My video just stalled. There we go. Sometimes that happens. Right at the beginning of the game, you'll kind of freeze and it'll scare the crap out of you, but we're all good now. I actually cannot get out of the attacker's spawn. There's no exit for the spectator to actually leave the Hollywood spawn, so we're just going to look around the theater. Have you guys seen these prices yet? $100 for a large, 101 for extra large, 102. That's such good value. Mega large is easily the best value for both popcorn and beverages. Peanut butter nachos, of course, our favorite of Winston's. Bottled water, $600 in the future in the Overwatch universe. All right, let's look at these team compositions. At least we can do that. Probably double Diva to start us off again with the Reinhardt, Lucio, Mercy, and Pharah once again. On defense, we've got Lucio, Mercy, Pharah, McCree, Reinhardt, Zarya. So Zarya being favored for defense on Hollywood. Kind of interesting.
I'll be busy soon enough.
The combo of Dummy and Clockwork. Dummy back in now instead of Harblow, so hopefully his connection issues have been fixed, or it's going to be hard for NotEnigma to win. NotEnigma did win both maps after Dummy's issues were replaced by Harblow. Okay, so here we go into Hollywood. Where is the best first vantage point for this map? Perhaps this choke point would be a good one. We can see some of the defense on the right and some of the offense on the left. So let's take Seagull's vision. Actually, let's take Clockwork's vision on Reaper. He decided to go with a Reaper for offense on Hollywood. There are a lot of spots for him to teleport to. I'm a big fan of Reaper play. Spam your Reapers in the chat if you got them. And he's going to just immediately die. So go ahead and switch over to Enigma on Diva. And his suit is immediately going to die as he gets bopped by a hammer in the face. Mesrawr now for NotEnigma on Reinhardt. Going to be one of the guys leading the action here as a tank. Sends out his Flame Strike Shockwave to try and deal 100 damage to whoever is in that path. Shields up now. Defense basically just opposing directly across here with their own Reinhardt while the rest of them play back in the point. We're going to shift into each other. Both Reinhardt's actually stunned, but the Zarya shield on the defensive Reinhardt means he is going to win that fight. Switching back now. Oh, Reinhardt's actually going to get rezzed once again, so he's back in the fray. He's going to try and get vengeance here on this defensive Reinhardt. Mesrawr does not really have a lot of guys supporting him at the moment. There's several dead on offense. Defense doing a good job here. Hubris pegging them as they come in. Let's go ahead and take Talespin's view on defense here. This is the defensive Pharah. We'll watch where he posts up. He's looking for attackers on both sides. Diva was actually waiting back there. Did someone call it out? Yes, they did. Now they're aware that Diva is in their face. She uses the defensive matrix there to keep any rockets from coming in. I'm going to switch over now to Clockwork on offense as they try to break in here. He's already up on the ledge trying to get some free shots. Pharah is a great target, but Mercy healing him up. Mercy should also be prioritized. We heard a Deadeye go off from the defensive McCree, but it looks like he's going to get picked off no problem. Mercy rezzes the whole bunch, and suddenly McCree is back in the face of Soldier. There's a defensive Zarya ult. That Biotic Field from Soldier tries to keep him up, but defense is going to be able to kill him off as well as regain control of the point. So let's go ahead back out to third-person view now. Defense has regained control. We still have that pesky Diva, Enigma, flying in, trying to distract them from that front line, but not going to work right now. Seagull with Barrage available. We'll switch over to him, getting that Mercy love. He's looking for some soft targets, probably going to end up hitting this Lucio, and Mercy might actually get both of them as well as Zarya. Huge, huge barrage there with the help from Mercy. Another barrage coming in from defense. Talespin trying to do what he can. Actually wipes a large majority of the attackers, but the Mercy res is going to bring them all back. They are going to capture this point. They've at least got the first two-thirds under wraps here, and I don't think defense, yeah, they're not going to be able to get here in time. So Dummy providing that Mercy work for Seagull. They're working as a great tandem here to capture the first point with about 5 minutes left in the map. They will be now doing the payload portion and pushing through the Wild West here. Staying on Seagull to see what he sees. We also have Clockwork doing some damage on Soldier now. Reaper did not work out for him, it looks like. And Pharah basically just trying to push that payload, keeping an eye out for Talespin. He sees him very quickly, guns him down, looks for that target, got some free shot on the defense on the ground as well. That rocket hit. That was actually an incredibly good rocket before turning his attention back to the ground and trying to kill off that Zarya while she does not have shields available. Zarya does go down. The offensive diva is going to push back everyone else. McCree goes down as well. Defense now using McCree and Farah still. No defensive soldier. That was actually his buddy, Clockwork. And back on the payload, they're going to move about halfway through. So this last choke point can be kind of tough about where Farah is right now, about where we're looking. That can be a very tough choke point because defense actually comes out of that door. There are only 3 technical exits for defense. Lucio's over by one of them. You see him down there. Reinhardt's by another. And there's another one on the left side. So actually, if offense is still alive, they can wipe defense and try to just guard those doors. Favors are considered... attackers are considered favored by pro players at this point in time, so we'll see if that actually works out. Grabbing the full health here for Farah, returning to the fray. All the defense up now. He needs to land those rockets. No, he can't quite finish them off before he hops back into the Diva suit, throwing out the melee for good measure, but that ult is going to get partially blocked by Diva, partially blocked by the Reinhardt ult, so, or by the Reinhardt shield, excuse me, so not going to work out for Seagull. Oh, McCree damage amped, pops Farah out of the air. Coolmat69 taking care of business there. So Enigma on Diva now as the offense needs to regroup. They've got about 3 minutes left to reach the next checkpoint, which is just around the left from where they are now. Let's actually catch up with the free cam so we can see everything that needs to be seen. Offense pushing around the backside here near the lift and the lighting. They're actually going across the rooftop here. That's very interesting. Mesrawr putting up the shield for everybody while the damage dealers move to the front. Defense down on the ground. This is a very interesting vantage point. Oplaid moving up to the payload just to be able to keep it moving. It was starting to roll backwards without being touched for a while. Offense still just trying to find their shots down on the bottom. Talespin on defense, launching up above. Seagull launching afterwards to win a Farah duel. Generally, you want to be the second one to take to the sky so that you can shoot down at your opponent rather than up. Diva ult does go off. Seagull obviously keeping line of sight there to prevent from being killed. Defense still all over the payload though. Offense needs to get something happening here. Barrage goes down, does kill McCree, but Diva shoots a Seagull in the back. No defensive Mercy ult just yet. So it looks like they're going to opt not to use it with just McCree down. We have 4 ultimates available on defense. There's that barrage from Talespin. He gets picked off very quickly. Seagull taking some free shots on that giant Diva mech suit. Reinhardt, again, is just a huge target. He does lay the hammer down, but it doesn't look like he got a ton done. This might sting. Defense pops their ultimate, but 2 players die immediately. Talespin is back in the action, but he gets picked off as well. So offense does reach the final checkpoint. They've got 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go through the space studio, the sci-fi set. You can see those scary aliens threatening Seagull here. Okay, so he's going to shoot down with that Mercy support, try and kill Lucio. He does manage to do so. Reinhardt just swinging away. This offensive Reinhardt is way out of position, but Seagull is with him. Mercy now with him as well. They're just cleaning out the final spawning characters on defense before pushing that payload around the bend. The last bend is a tough one to defend. It's just a very long straight line, and if players can manage to flank you and get to your spawn, it can be very tough to actually shoot down that hallway. So Clockwork will go ahead and take his vision since the camera decided to take him anyway. He's going to be constantly shooting at Talespin and Esper, trying to get them killed off. Esper on Mercy, of course, for the defense. Let's take Oplaid's view, as he does have that Lucio ult. That can be a very important one for pushing this final point. He's generally alone right now, so he needs to stay alive and look for some teammate support, switching over to speed to get them to the fight faster while no one needs heals. Now he can switch back over to heals and keep everyone up. You can see that number just below his crosshair is how many teammates he is actually healing at any one time. They have to be within that radius and line of sight. So raising the beat here means it's a quick heal over time. They're pushing forward with Reinhardt's shield. Hammer goes down, but no one actually got hit by it. Defensive beat is dropped, it sounds like. So they're going to have... Oh no, there is no... Yeah, they did drop the beat. So Oplaid waiting patiently, not just popping it because defense popped it. He's going to run in and punch that Mercy in the face. Switching back over to Clockwork now as a main damage dealer here at the very end. They're just trying to reach this VIP parking space now, and there's only 2 spawn points here. One is that door that they're all staring at, and the other one is just over to the side. Coolmat69 jumping on the payload and actually taking out the attackers. Great stuff there from him. Seagull lands a direct rocket. He's going for another one to try and kill off Talespin. He does not actually get the kill just yet. Offensive Mercy Res comes in. That Talespin and the Esper combo still doing work. Seagull bouncing himself away to try and get a better vantage point, shoot toward that spawn. He's hitting the tanks with those big bodies, and the payload does slide in to the VIP spot. NotEnigma is successful on offense.
Play of the game. Justice reigns from above. Justice.
There's that barrage combo that we saw. Thank goodness we got to see it. 48 direct rocket hits, over 25% of his shots fired. 8 minutes 30 seconds is the time to beat. How do you guys like that offense? 8 minutes 30 seconds is not the fastest attack we've seen today, but they did a great job. Alright guys, here we are on Hollywood for the next round, the next attack/defend. NotEnigma has set a time of 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Hubris will be attacking now to try and top that time. Again, I cannot leave the spawn as a spectator on Hollywood. All these doors are locked. I'm trapped like a rat. Okay, so let's talk about their compositions that we see already. Clockwork with that defensive Reaper, I like to see that. But typically, just the same sort of setup. We've got Mercy and Lucio on both sides, Pharah on both sides, Reinhardt on both sides. So I think we can agree that the top teams all seem to think that Reinhardt is the best tank in the game for at least pushing payloads. Lucio and Mercy are must-have supports. Haven't seen a Symmetra, haven't seen a Zenyatta, and the final slots seem to be dominated mostly by McCree and Soldier. I've seen a couple of Reapers. The secondary tank is usually a Diva. There's no secondary tank on defense to start things out, but the secondary tank on offense is going to be Zarya, played by Raz. Okay, and the action begins. You can see the whole team just walking up together, trying to get into position here. Let's go ahead and take Talespin's POV as the primary damage dealer on Pharah. They are jumping right into the point here. Clockwork on that defensive Reaper, going to shut that down pretty hard though. Minstrel on Lucio. We'll go ahead and watch him try to keep Reinhardt up through the various characters here at Enigma with that flash and fan. Takes out Lucio, no problem, and that offense is going to get squashed pretty quickly. Let's watch Cool Matt on McCree, first person view here for the attacking team, Hubris. Nothing too exciting at the moment, basically just getting set up with the team again. Reinhardt and Zarya are going to be the ones leading the charge, then the supports, then the damage dealers. Pharah can actually go wherever Pharah wants to, but McCree will need to try and stay with the team. Flash and fan onto Mercy very quickly. Did he actually score that kill? Yes, he did. Coolmat69 with the moves. Lucio getting the speed boost, and McCree just running in and flattening that Mercy gives them a 6v5 advantage right off the bat. Defense can't even contest the point. 2/3 already completed. They're just slowly picking off the remaining players. Flash and fan onto Seagull as well, and McCree takes care of business. Coolmat69. What a dunk. Obviously the rest of the team did a lot of work as well, but that was just a brutal, brutal push, and Hubris slides right into the payload portion of Hollywood. So let's go ahead and take a new vantage point here in the Wild West set and try and see where defense is setting up. We do have that Pharah Mercy combo up on the rooftops, as well as offense. Talespin and Esper trying to do some rocket battles here. Let's go ahead and take Talespin's view again. This is a very wide open portion of the map, so Pharah is right at home here, shooting rockets all day long. Let's see. Looking for targets. Lucio is a target acquired. He's just always looking at Reinhardt for that pin. There, the pin does go down. Reinhardt gets counterpinned. Beat is dropped for the offense, it appears, as everyone has that red glow with 500 extra health. They are pushing right through this Wild West set. There's 2 defense down. Lucio and Reinhardt were both dead just a moment ago, so they've got some wiggle room. They're pushing with 3. They're pushing optimally. Hubris doing a great job so far on Hollywood. They are well ahead of the time set by NotEnigma at this point. The final section could be a bit tougher for them, but right now they're just making it look easy. Farah using Barrage there, not catching too much on the defense, but he is going to get rezzed here. Talespin on offense, looking for that juicy Mercy kill if he can hit any direct rockets. Now shelling down at them, that's much easier to do because you can get the splash damage by their feet. There is a Mercy ult popped, and both sides are up, trying to push. Offense is actually going to get the payload here to the checkpoint pretty quickly. Still just chugging away. We have a defensive barrage, not actually going to get a whole lot done. Talespin back in the air now, shooting away at that Diva suit. That big purple, pink and purple mech suit is a huge target for Farah's rockets. Diva's ult goes off as the suit loses its health, but all you have to do is take line of sight around the payload itself and you will be fine. McCree there, a buddy helping. Coolmat69. Everyone, actually 4 players on fire for offense right now. Defense having a tough time actually getting set up again. Let's go ahead and back to the free cam and get caught up here into the sci-fi studio so we can watch this final payload area. All the offense is here together. All the defense. No, we actually have a defense player dropped. Someone is missing. Who is that? Oplaid, Enigma, Dummy, Seagull, Mesrawr, and Clockwork. Clockwork is dropped. Oh goodness, and we have no way to get him back in the game unless he restarts. I don't know if the offense has actually realized this or not, but a 6v5 advantage means that this game is going to be over pretty soon. You need that 6th body, especially against a team as good as Hubris. So I'm not sure if the issues were constant up to this point or what, but this game is going to go to Talespin and company on Hubris with a very quick time.
Play of the game. Justice reigns from all.
Coolmat doing work there for Hubris. They did have a player drop, unfortunately. We are going to remake for game number 2, but the time set was 4:07, so Hubris will get the point.